Hey guys, this is chess coach Andrew Rankin. Welcome back to Utop Chess Institute's 1510 games. So I switched over to chess.com because Lichess was taking forever. There was like not a single person in queue to play. Let's get this a little bit cleaner. So we're white this game. We were black last game. Our opponent played a London. Alright, looks like we're going to get a King's Indian Defense, a KID. It's going to be a lot of simple theory for the beginning of this game. Nope, we have a Grunfeld. Alright, well, I like the Petrosian variation with bishop g5. So far, this is all theory. Let me make the screen a little bit bigger. That messed everything up, though. Okay, let's not do that. Yeah, that's better. Alright, so far he's playing theory. Queen d2 guards the knight. If bishop h6, I'll just play h4. He goes there, and now we give this check. And then we threaten checkmate. Who takes pawn is mate. Our opponent seems to know his theory. Bishop f6 is the best move here, and then h4. I need to slow down. Playing too fast. I'll link a game played by one of my favorite chess players, Akobian, who talks about his game against Canadian Grandmaster Eric Hansen, where they play this exact line. So here, I think you have to play h6. If I remember right, h6 is a very important move to play. So after h4, knight takes d5 is a big threat. Because the queen can't take, because then we take the bishop. And after h6, I think I'm supposed to play knight back to f3. So here, I'm supposed to play e4, castles queenside, which gets my bishop to c4. So he goes king there. And now I think you're supposed to play e4, and after pawn takes, you castle queenside. So does he have any threats? Not that I see. So e4. If bishop takes, then we just have queen takes check. King has to go here. That looks pretty terrible for you. What about e4, bishop takes, knight takes? Queen moves here. e4 bishop takes. That seems way too greedy. There's no way he's gonna do that. So after pawn takes, you castle queenside. And then we take back with one of the knights. I think we take back with the G knight. Or we can even play bishop c4 before we take back. The idea is to just get like rapid development. Obviously, he can't play bishop takes knight because after pawn takes, the rook opens up and you're probably going to get mated. Do I have knight takes d5 after h6? So h6, knight takes d5, pawn takes h5, pawn takes. No, because then he has rook takes rook. But then I have pawn takes check. King goes back here. You're like almost getting mated there. Oh, and then I have that, and I win the rook at the end. He takes, and now we just castle. So now I'm really happy because after h6, I just play knight takes e4. So far, I'm very certain, like 70, 80% certain that we are following exactly the game Akobian Verusian Eric Hansen played in like 2010 or something. I think it was even before Eric Hansen was a grandmaster. I think it was when he was an international master. So it was played a long time ago. Maybe it was even earlier, like 2008 or 2004 or something like that. We can watch that game after this, because or I'll watch the game. I'll link it in the description because it's really a brilliant game. Obviously, you can't play bishop takes pawn because then probably just get mated. Okay, let's calculate some lines. What's the best move here? h6, knight takes e4. Bishop c4 is coming, which looks like a monster threat. This pawn is always weak. This pawn is super weak, so bishop c4 is a huge threat. If you go here, you lose a piece because after pawn takes, knight takes, we fork the king and the queen. So bishop c4 is a monster threat. We also just have knight takes e4, threatening to take the bishop on f6. So what's the best move here? If I remember correctly, the best move is like knight here, knight here. I mean, you got to develop your pieces, right? Queen here, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's what Eric Hansen played in the game. He played queen here, and I think the queen trade was forced. You have to trade queens, otherwise, if you retreat, it's too slow. Can I take this, though? Queen here, and then I take that. Wait, if queen here, do I have queen takes f6? No, because he can take with the queen. Darn, if he takes with the king, then I had knight takes e4, and then... I mean, it's just a fancy tactic. It doesn't really do a whole lot. So queen d6 is the next move, clearly. It's got to be. I mean, you got to trade queens here. But then after queen takes e4... Bishop takes g5, pawn takes g5, rook e8. That doesn't look so good. If he offers the queen trade, just queen takes, pawn takes, he has a weak pawn here. And then we take here. Or we even go bishop c4, threatening to take here. I don't know, though. He goes knight there. Okay, so I like bishop to c4. I think that makes a lot of sense. If he takes here, I just play knight take. I fork and win a piece. He has this check, though, which is annoying. But I guess my bishop and my knight guard that, so that doesn't do a whole lot. And there's no way he's going to pin his own knight. That seems suicidal. So let's go bishop c4. We're playing very fast, but all this just makes sense, right? Bishop e6 loses to lots of things. d5. But I think simply bishop takes is just the strongest. Because if pawn takes, knight takes. Maybe this, though. After bishop takes, pawn takes. Bishop takes, check, king takes. Picking up another piece there. Versus if bishop e6, bishop takes, he can take the knight first. No, because then I have this check. The king is forced here and then check. King takes, and I think you're getting mated there. Knight takes check. King goes here, only move. Check. Mate. Yeah, you get mated there. So if bishop e6, bishop takes, he can't play bishop takes knight because he gets mated. That's awesome. Bishop e6, bishop takes, queen takes, f7 check, king h6, pawn takes bishop check, king takes only move, knight takes e4 check, king g4, queen f3 checkmate. That's beautiful. That is really beautiful. Besides, I feel like my opponent's position, so he has to take the bishop, right? No, hold on. Wait, doesn't he get mated with bishop takes knight too? Check here. Check, it's the same thing, right? Okay, rook f8. Knight takes e4 is really interesting. We also have this knight takes e4. Okay, let's look for tactics. We have knight takes pawn, king takes. Don't love that because we also have this, but then bishop takes here. You have check. Also have knight takes, rook takes, bishop takes, king takes. I really like just knight takes here. And then like g4, g5, or even h5. Is there any downside to taking with the c knight? So candidate moves are knight g takes, knight c takes, and d5. d5 though, I think he comes here and is probably quite happy. If he goes here, maybe that's a reason to take with the g knight, so that if he goes here, we can go like bishop here. I also like taking with the g knight because then we have h6. He pushes here. Can push here, check, kick the king up here to defend the knight. Yeah, let's take with the g knight and then push h6. So, I mean h5. h5 looks like a monster threat. Wait, if here, here, check, here. We drop back to f3. He's like almost getting mated after bishop d3. There's no way he's gonna survive with this king on g6 and a pawn on h6. I think if he takes here, he's just in big trouble. Also, I'm glad I took with this knight because now this knight guards e2 in addition to the bishop. Wow, he takes. What a madman. So now I think I just push. That just seems suicidal to me. I mean, you pin your own piece. I mean, we have simple moves like just like knight here, but I do like h5. I guess his idea is to go here. After h5, pawn takes, bishop takes, queen moves here, check. If the king moves here, we take with check. So I like h5. I think this was just suicidal. I mean, you have like pieces that haven't defended. You pinned your own piece. When your king is super weak, you can't just be pawn grabbing in the center and creating tactical opportunities for your opponent. That just seems crazy. Pawn takes, queen moves here, check. I guess after pawn takes, so he's gonna go bishop here, and after I take here, he's gonna take with the bishop, but then I have queen here, check. Your king could go here or here. So maybe I play g4 to force his bishop to take. Then I take with the knight, and then we threaten this. So bishop f5, g4, bishop takes, knight takes, g5, we just play knight takes. And we're threatening like that. So, okay, but now don't I have this? There's gotta be like some series of checks here that just win it for me. Queen takes, knight takes. What about queen takes? So let's look at this check. If I check here, he has to go here. Then I could go bishop takes, rook takes, queen takes, check. So check, check here. Rook takes, bishop takes, check though. He takes with check. That's annoying. So then I think I have to just move my queen. So I'm thinking of just moving my queen here. What about check? Queen f3. Where's this queen going? This queen's going here, I guess. Or I could go queen e3. Does he have any follow-up attacks? He doesn't have bishop here because I have rook takes, knight takes, and then pawn takes. So queen here, bishop here, rook takes, queen takes. That's annoying. What about queen here, bishop here, queen here? He pins himself. We end up in the same position, but my queen is here instead of here. And he's still pinned. I like it. The only problem is this diagonal. So I guess he's gonna push here. But then I have knight takes. Once again, threatening to take on f7. Also, no, his queen's hanging, so we can't play this, because then we have just like rook takes. Bishop here. Rook takes. Bishop takes, check, pawn takes. I think you lose queen, bishop, rook, and I lose queen and rook. Yeah, you lose a piece there. This game is crazy. Absolutely crazy position. If bishop here, do we go g4? No, we take the queen. So he's running out of tempos. That's the key. We're winning some key tempos. I just don't know if I want to take here. I definitely want to open up the rook. I mean, this is like a no-brainer. And then I want to be able to come in on h6. So that's why I'm trying to keep my queen on this diagonal to coordinate on this square. So if bishop d4, then maybe I have to go queen g3. And then if you come back here, then I can take your queen. You take me. I take your rook. You take back. I take. You lose a piece there. He's running really low on time, so I like it because the position is still incredibly complicated. Yeah, so he does go there. He's chasing me around. Could go here. But I like this. Or this. Pinning the pawn. The problem with this is that when he plays bishop here, I can't take. I can't play g4. What about pawn takes? No, because he still takes with check. So I like queen here. Let's say bishop here. Pawn takes, bishop takes. Queen h3. Threatening to take here? No, because your bishop's here. How do I stop the bishop from coming here? What about check here, check here? That just seems really dumb. So I think queen f3 is an only move, so that after bishop f5, we play g4. Bishop takes, knight takes. A little loose though, but we do get lots of activity. And we have these pawns on his king already, so yeah, let's go queen f3. Bishop f5, g4, bishop takes, knight takes. Queen takes is interesting. Puts more pressure on here. Right now he's got 1-2 defenders and we only have 1 attacker. But we could go knight here, threatening. The key is to activate this rook. Wow, he goes knight to e5. This guy is just unashamedly going for it. I go here, knight takes here, pawn takes. Here, knight takes, pawn takes. If he takes back here, I go check. King here, because anywhere, yeah, he has to play king f7. We go check. Let's say king goes here. So pawn takes, knight takes. Queen here, check. Oh, that's just mate. Because you can't go there, so you have to go back, and then you get mated. So yeah. Oh wait, I have to move my queen. So queen here, knight takes, pawn takes, queen check. King goes here, only move, queen check. King goes here, rook check. I mean that can't that's just like crushing, right? Pawn takes, knight takes, pawn takes, that doesn't work. So let's go queen f4. This has got to be winning. I mean, after I take and give the check, I mean, I think your king is too weak. I'll gladly give up the dark square bishop because I think I'm going to win back one of these two pieces. What about g4? So pawn takes, bishop takes, queen moves here, check. Pawn takes and knight takes. Queen moves here, check. King moves here. Pawn takes, check. No, you can't move there. So you get mated. So pawn takes, you can't take the bishop yet because you get mated after this move. Check. There, mate. So we have this check. Forces the king back here. And then what if I just go like here? Or what if I just drop the bishop back? Also check. King takes, check. King moves back, check, you get mated. So check. Bishop takes. Here. Could just keep everything the same, go here. Just bishop b3, keep the pressure on all of his pieces. Yeah, I'm sure I have something nasty with rook takes h7, but I want to keep the pressure on him, the time pressure on him. So we have this check anytime we want it. I'd love him to get here so that I could bring the knight in with check. He goes there, defending the bishop. That makes sense. What about just this move? So rook takes, King takes, rook moves here, check. King moves back. Here, I think you just check. Queen takes. No, that doesn't work. How do we add the pressure? Something like this. Or queen moves here, check, and then f4, f5. g4. He moves here, check, f4, f5. This makes sense. Stop something like this, even though I don't think that's any good. So now check, and then here, and then here. So he breaks the pin, but don't I have this? No, because then he has queen takes here. What about just pawn here? I like that. Nice and simple. Things are going to get crazy now, that's for sure. Let's give the check. Maybe bring the knight in. Or here and then here. Oh, I like this. I also have queen takes, pawn takes. Oh, it almost works. So here and then here. This check looks so gnarly. Whew. Yeah. What an amazing game. Oh man, what a crazy game. I think you have to go here so that I don't have this check. No, but then I go here. So you have to go... Let's see if we can do a game review. We can. Let me set it up so that you guys can see it better. That was a crazy game. Crazy, crazy game. Super tactical, super entertaining. That's the way you gotta play against the Grunfeld. Gotta take Grunfeld's shenanigans and throw it right back at them. All right. So we played 11 moves of theory and our opponent played 10 moves of theory. But after that, things got crazy because clearly I need to study these lines because they are so crazy. So he goes here, we take, he takes, the knight takes, and he has to push here, and the idea is that he's got a double attack, so I don't have time to save the pawn that I just won. But queen to d2 is not considered best because it's considered equalizing. It gives black equality, but I mean, I doubt anyone's gonna really know this theory because it's such an offbeat line. And you just, yeah, you get some crazy aggression really quick. So king there is supposed to be a mistake. Let's put on the analysis. So e4, he takes, and now castle's queenside is best. What? It says it's best, but if you look over here on suggested moves, it says top move is to castle queenside. If I castle queenside, it says inaccuracy. So yeah, this position is even more complicated than the computer can understand. H6. No, he goes knight here, and now it wants knight C takes E4. It's so aggressive. Knight C takes E4. I played bishop C4 because I thought that this just made a lot of sense. He played rook to F8, which apparently is a huge blunder after knight C takes E4. Oh, of course, because you keep all the pressure here, but if you play knight G takes, then you take pressure off the F7 pawn. Oh, okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. He played bishop takes D4, which is just an insane move. I played H5, top move. He goes bishop back here. I play queen here. He goes bishop here. Now queen F3. Not the best move. He goes knight here. Another blunder. Queen F4. That's what I played. Computer wants rook takes. What's the idea after rook takes D4? Knight takes F3. Oh, because if rook takes D4, queen takes D4, what's the big idea here? Queen F6 check. King goes here. Pawn takes H6. Pawn takes G6. Pawn takes... Oh, you can't take with that, and if you take with this, you get mated in the corner. So he has to do something like knight D3 check. Bishop takes... Queen takes F6, knight takes F6 check, king moves here. Knight H5 check. King G8. Wait, it wants to repeat. Knight H5 check. King goes back to G8. Why does it keep repeating here? King G7. Knight H5 check. What the heck? If it's so good, why is it saying... Okay, G7. Rook D8. Knight E4. Oh, to go knight here. Okay, well, I missed the rook takes. Should have found that move, though. I should have found rook takes D4, queen takes D4, and then queen F6 check, and then pawn takes G6, because the pin here and the checkmating threat here. So he goes bishop there. H takes G6, top move. Bishop takes G6. And now it wants knight to D5. What did I play? I played bishop back. What about knight to D5? Knight takes here. Oh, because then you have a rook takes D4. F6. Knight takes queen H6 check. King F7. Knight E takes F6. Yeah, this looks pretty bad. Knight B6. Rook E1. Threatening what? Knight takes D5. Threatening this. Yeah, I knew that there was probably some crushing lines here, but 1510 doesn't give you all the time in the world. I mean, we're still... It says we're +1 here. But it doesn't like knight c6 because of knight d5. What did I play? I played g4. That was stupid. That was queen there. Played f3. Says black is slightly better. Yeah. Check. There. Knight d5. Oh, we're back in it. What was the blunder? Oh, bishop e5. Too slow. Check, and now knight d5. And yeah, I knew after knight d5 I was winning because there's just too much pressure. Too much pressure on the d file, and the queen runs out of squares. She can't go here because of the pin. She can't go to here or here or here or here because of the knight and the queen. And she can't go here because I have knight check. Bishop takes, rook takes, bishop takes, and then probably just like f4, f5 or something. So it wants queen to e6. And then can't we just go check? Bishop takes queen. F takes e6. Knight takes, rook d7. Savage. All right, guys. Go over the moves one more time. So we had a Grunfeld, Petrosian variation, and then this queen d2 line, where we threaten mate, bishop f6, h4, king g7, e4, pawn takes, castles. Now we should play knight c takes and get all of our pieces in. Bishop c4 though, second best move. And now, yeah, really knight c takes, and apparently the game is just over. Knight c takes h6, queen takes g6, queen takes g6, queen takes f6. Oh, queen takes f6 check, yeah. Queen takes f6, knight takes f6, king goes here. Oh, and you just pick up the exchange. Yeah. That is nice. Yeah, this I should have realized how strong the knight on g5 was and just been like, see, the reason I left the knight here was because I wanted king safety, but oh well. Great game, GG Giuliano, and hope you guys enjoyed that. Take care. Bye.